NERDSoul. Late ill kid at OneYoungsta, holding down, bringing that street geek and nerd soul. And what is up, my people? Today we got another wonderful movie review for you guys, and I'm just so excited because the last couple of weeks had a couple of movies that didn't connect, but today we got Spectral from Netflix and Legendary, and this joint is really dope. Yo, for real, this movie has a great opening. It's got some sci-fi elements. It's got some supernatural elements. It's got the action in there, and it just feeds together into this kind of like mixed genre dope package of a film that I didn't really see coming. I mean, I saw the Netflix rating, but I didn't really see it coming. It's been in my list for a while, but I just never really got into it. And Netflix has really been bringing it, and this is no exception. See, Spectral starts out in a kind of horror vibe where you have this soldier who seems to be out in the field by himself. He encounters something that he can't see, but he can see through his goggles, and that encounter leaves him KIA. And that's what kicks our story off when we meet this scientist who is, looking in different forms of matter, and he's, using great ionization tactics and everything. And he's been approached to weaponize some things before, but he keeps it on the up and up. And our military force in the area contacts him because they have this enemy that they just can't see. They can't seemingly fight. They can't trap. They can't trap. They can't shoot. And they need some type of insight to see what in the world is going on. So he comes up. They check out these feeds of these seeming like ghost type, mirages or maybe specters or spooks that are kind of like floating around the battlefield. And even with their own lore, people from around the way are saying that these are ghosts of war or horrors of war. And it's really got some of the higher ups a little spooked. Seeming, rightfully so, because seriously, this is not something that the military would normally deal with. And so much so that they've even brought the CIA into this, and they can't make heads or tails either, which is why our scientist is brought into the field. He wants to go out on an actual combat mission and see how this goes. And when he goes on that combat mission, that kicks off just a whole host of encounters that I don't think any of the soldiers have ever been trained for. And we get these great action sequences, these great kind of like tight, compressed scenes where you feel very claustrophobic and very worried about, our military, servicemen, because they are dropping like flies. And there's nothing that they can do to combat this enemy that they can barely see outside of their artificial optics. Now, while they're in this enclosed space, they do find a way to kind of reel in the fear, because there is a way to combat this enemy, but combating that enemy takes a lot of ingenuity, a lot of science, and that's where a lot of this cool technology and cool ingenuity come into play in a film that you thought was only supernatural and only sci-fi, but then they keep it really grounded. And the dope thing about this is that, for real, they keep this so kind of grounded and gritty. They keep this very shot so well. They keep it well acted. They even have some child actors in there that do a good job. I won't say, that they're the best child actors I've seen, but they are very serviceable, and you believe these kids and you feel for these kids when they go through the different situations that they're in. And all up until the end of the film, you see this team going from being completely military to understanding how science kind of like builds on what they do and informs how they move in their own missions. We get to see building montages, we get to see weapons montages, and normally scenes like this would be what you and I would say cliche, right? But for some reason, like I say in a lot of cases, it's not what you do, but how you do it. This film has at times feelings of Aliens, at times feelings of Close Encounters, at times feelings of your basic action film, at times feelings of like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that, but it mixes them together in a narrative that flows so well that this thing is extremely dope, and I have to do nothing but sit back and give this movie 5 stars because this joint is dope. Like, straight up dope, top to bottom. I have no problems with this film. They wrap it up well. The humanity that they even put in the enemy towards the third act is just, it's a touch from the writers that they didn't have to put there, but since they did, it was nice because you saw both sides of what's going on and you get to see this unwitting victim that you never knew was really there. And it's definitely worth the time. So before I move on, I have to tell y'all that you should definitely check out Spectral. And if you haven't checked out Spectral, you should definitely put it on your list and Netflix. So, I got to give a big shout out and let you guys know that if you didn't know, right now I am now on Black Hollywood Live. You can check them out at blackhollywoodlive.com. You can check out their Black Twitter reviews, after shows, interviews, celebrity talk, and all that dope gossip is right there. And if you want to see more, you can check out youtube.com/blackhollywoodlive. And don't forget that once you finish Spectral, come back here, man. I'd love to see your take on this film because I had a great time. This joint was dope. I had a wonderful time watching this film. It's mixed everything that I think a film like this needs. And it gave me a couple of things that I wasn't expecting in a film like this. So that's my time. But before I bounce, I got to tell y'all to hit up ThatNERDSoul.com. Check out all of my videos. You can find them right there from the oldest to the newest. Man, I've had so much fun checking y'all out. Hit me up on the messages and having a great time on the site. And it's great to see y'all there. Then don't forget to hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. That's right. Don't forget one for your playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, and subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That is right. There is no other way I can tell people that you like what you are watching. And of course, I got to give a shout out to LA, what up? VA, what up? RVA, you got my heart. And please, oh please, oh please, people, be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Peace.